We live in a negative world, a negative society. You can't watch the news for very long, or watch the TV very long, or monitor the stock market without getting a sense of doom and gloom. There's negativity everywhere. People complain. But we need to stop and take inventory of all the things for which we should be grateful. The fact that we love people, that people love us, that we have the breath of life in our lungs, that we can see the sun rise over the mountains every day, that we have food stuff, nourishment, sustenance. We need to live our life not taking things for granted, but live it in wonder that there are so many miracles around us every day. And I think when people come together for the Colors Festival, there's an atmosphere of merriment, there's an atmosphere of wonder, there's a childishness which is we kind of recall, you know, the simple pleasures that we had when we were younger. Touching fire, you don't have to have a degree in physics to have fire burn you. You don't have to know why fire burns you, it just does. So people don't necessarily have to know what is the purificatory effect of chanting. It doesn't matter, they're still going to experience it. And I believe that the pleasure they feel in this kind of a rarefied atmosphere is nothing that they've ever experienced previous in their lives. But because it's sublime, because it's rarefied, they might not instantly recognize it as such. But they'll go back to their mundane lives, and gradually it will dawn on them that in fact this is what the soul is hankering for. This is the food that the soul needs to hear the name and fame and glories of the Lord spread. The beautiful thing about the festival is as soon as people walk through the gates of the festival, they leave all their mundane worries behind, and they're totally consumed with two of the most beautiful purposes for which we're created: to increase their vertical love for God through the chanting of the holy names, and their horizontal love for other living beings. And the brotherhood, the love, the amity, the fraternity that's generated in that atmosphere, you have to experience it. You can't describe it in words. We're all blessed, especially in America. We have talents, we have abilities, we have prosperity, but we're not meant to put a period after our blessings. But God wants us to put a comma. You have so many blessings, comma, now I want to see how you're going to become a blessing for others, how you're going to use those blessings to bless other people. I believe the reason that people feel an unparalleled pleasure when they're present at the festival is because of the chanting of God's holy names. Every band that we bring is called a kirtan band, and kirtan is from the Sanskrit, which means to glorify or spread the fame and name of God. Being absolute, God is non-different from His name, and so if you're chanting Krishna, which is a name for God which means all attractive, or Rama, another name which means the highest pleasure, God's personally present within His name. And if you're chanting back with the bands, He's dancing on the tip of your tongue, and that's an experience you're not going to get anywhere else. Now the throw itself is something that did not originate in India. As the festival is celebrated there, it's just in the backyards and lanes and byways, and people just throw color in each other in passing. They don't congregate en masse like we do. And spring is a metaphor for rejuvenation, for renewal, and we encourage people that come to leave aside the past, whatever grudges or resentments, however they may have been ill-treated, or whatever mistakes they may have made in the past. Just try and forget about that and move with a great positive vision into the future. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of enjoying my life. I'm guilty of experiencing a sense of purpose. I'm guilty of bouncing up out of bed in the morning. I'm guilty of thinking that I've had a great past, but my future is going to be even greater.